what's the deal? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 10:34 p.m., April 25th, 2026. But the upload time to this is actually 11:30. And man, today was a shit day. It was raining like a motherfucker here in Brooklyn, man. Like, I'm like, damn, it destroyed my day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, like, I hate the rain. The rain fucks it up for everybody, especially here in New York. I mean, especially here in New York, where it's like, fuck. You know, like, I couldn't do shit. I couldn't do a fucking thing, bro. You know what I mean? I'm in Mama Tag's crib. You know what I mean? All we was watching was these stupid fucking sports that appear on ESPN Ocho and shit. You know what I mean? We was watching fling golf, something called Omega Ball, freestyle trampoline. Like, it's a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? What they call that shit? Four shot, which was basically tennis without the racket. There's a bunch of, it was some good sports there, but it was like some questionable shit. You know what I mean? But, as I'm walking around, I had to go to the Bronx and shit. It was fucked up. You know what I mean? And, I was doing some stuff for my new YouTube channel and such. So my other YouTube channel is not about wrestling. It's about something else. Now, I do stuff with Photoshop and Illustrator and things of that nature. And also, I no longer am doing the Tag PW News website. I'm done with that because it takes up too much time. So I'm still going to keep the Twitter page going and shit, but not only I'm going to post videos, but I'm also going to post articles from other news publications, other wrestling news publications and such. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? I could have talked about the good old, overreacting of the people, crashing out over the releases, over the releases of the WWE talent and stuff. You know what I mean? I could have done that, but something came into my mind that I was thinking about, right? And it has a lot to do with Javon Evans. Now, Javon Evans is fucking fantastic. He's terrific. I think Javon Evans is definitely an acceptable talent. He's a sensational talent. Really fucking great. You know what I mean? I think WWE is definitely putting a lot of stock in Javon Evans. The only thing that I fear for Javon Evans is that, he has a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not up for contention for the World Heavyweight Championship and such. I mean, who knows, though? Who knows? I mean, if Randy Orton, kind of gave him the rub, then that means something, And also, his work in NXT was fucking fantastic and such, right? But I'm thinking about something, with Javon Evans. And I'm like, with the whole bouncy stuff, Javon Evans, like I said, is a terrific high flyer and such. But a lot of people kind of forgot this name that I'm about to mention that kind of was Javon Evans before Javon Evans. And to me, this guy should have been everything that Javon Evans it is now. He should have been everything Javon Evans is now, right? And I'm talking about none other than ACH. ACH was fucking fantastic some 12 years ago. Oh my fucking goodness. For those that don't know, ACH, aka Jordan Myles, was a wrestler that I can easily compare Javon Evans to. Oh my God. If you go on YouTube and type in ACH Ring of Honor, bro, like the stuff that man used to do back then, forget about it. All the stuff that you see Javon Evans do now, ACH is doing back then. You know what I mean? But, and here's the thing too. Like, at the time, I was like, yo, WWE should sign ACH because ACH would be perfect. I'll go further as to say ACH is better than Cedric Alexander. He's better than Cedric Alexander, without a shadow of a doubt. But what fucked up Jordan, ACH, aka Jordan Myles, was a controversy that happened with a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like, WWE put out a t-shirt at the time where it was black and it said Jordan Myles and it had a mouth And I think the teeth said Myles and shit. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It really was not a bad shirt, but he kind of overreacted and stuff. And since then, right, you have not really seen or heard from ACH. The last match that I seen ACH have, and I looked it up on ProFightDB.com, it was actually in 2022. So that means he's been out of wrestling for 4 years. But the man that man some 12 years ago, like, yo, I'm sorry, but that person would have blown Javon Evans out the water. I think Javon Evans was fucking great. But the stuff ACH was doing was just beyond fantastic. You know what I mean? He should have been everything Javon Evans is now. You know what I'm saying? I think with Jordan Myles, again, I don't know what ran into his mind and shit, but he was fucking great. He was terrific, bro. Like ACH was that dude. Now, I mean, he complimented Ring of Honor at the time too, because that was also at the time that they was doing a lot of high flying stuff too. You know what I mean? The little guys and such. But it was something about ACH that was just, he was perfect, bro. ACH was just, he was perfect. I would pair that ACH. You know what I mean? The one that used to always come out with the orange Dragon Ball Z shirt and such. I would basically, put him neck to neck with Javon Evans. Without a shadow of a doubt. Now, I mean, without a shadow of a fucking doubt, because he was that fucking good. Matter of fact, I'll go even further. I'll go even one further. To me, he was better than Leo Rush. And Leo Rush was fucking great. Leo Rush is great. I mean, I don't like this gimmick that he's doing now. You know what I mean? Like this demon heart with with the eyes and shit. You know what I mean? To me, his best gimmick was when he did, the rapper gimmick in WWE. You know what I mean? When he looked like Cisco, but he fit. He fit. But as great as Leo Rush was, I think ACH was a lot more better. You know what I mean? And again, if I would pin one dream match that, for Javon Evans, period, it probably would have been against ACH, because ACH was amazing. Y'all think I'm lying? No, ACH was a different animal at that time, bro. You know what I mean? Y'all should look it up. Because ACH was amazing. He was a fucking amazing dog. But again, I mean, it also got bad to a point where I'm shocked, but not really, that AEW didn't sign ACH at that time too. Something happened there. I don't know what, but something clearly happened with ACH to a point where I don't know if maybe it's the t-shirt controversy. I don't know. But he no longer is basically wrestling at that point. He's only 38 years old. That's the crazy thing. You know what I mean? I think if ACH would never had, spoke out about that t-shirt controversy and such, I think he definitely would have been, he would have been perfect, bro. He would have been perfect, because you might think I'm crazy, but every time I think of ACH, to me, I think he's the one who birthed, people like Sidney Akeem, Javon Evans. You know what I mean? Who else I'm missing? There's a couple people I'm missing. I'm trying to think who. Like those guys, Cedric Alexander, Leo Rush. Every time I think of those guys, I automatically think of ACH. Automatically. To me, he was the standard bearer of that. You know what I mean? And man, like Sidney Akeem, a.k.a. Reggie, was fucking great, bro. You know what I mean? But again, every time I think of that, I always pin back to ACH. Javon Evans. You know what I mean? I always pin everything back to ACH. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta give ACH his flowers. Y'all gotta give that man his flowers, because, the shit that man was able to do so many years ago, oh my fucking goodness, bro. And it's a shame. It's a shame that he didn't get his just due. You know what I mean? But again, I think more than likely it was because of the whole controversy with the T-shirt stuff. And you know what? If you want to throw in Shelton Benjamin, even before ACH, you had Shelton Benjamin. If you want to throw that in there, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, the youngsters at that time. You know what I mean? Like nobody can sit there and say that ACH was not an inspiration to guys like Javon Evans and Sidney Akeem and such. You can't say that. You definitely can't say that. Shit. Maybe I'll throw in Swerve in there too. You can throw in Swerve Strickland there too. I'll throw him in there too. You know what I mean? Like I would give ACH his flowers. I definitely would. Anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking pouring and such. It's pouring and shit. I might have a little shorts video tonight. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout for that. So I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.